Welcome to Midweek Mindfulness. Nice to be here with everybody. Hope all of you are doing well. As you can see, I'm back in the office, so that's kind of fun. It's been really nice to see everyone. It's interesting. The more I talk to people, the more I hear them tell me about coming back in person has kind of made them a little nervous. Right? It's been hard. It's I was talking to a new dad who just had his son a few months ago, and coming back out in public. Number one, they have to juggle. One parent stays home, the other one goes out, and coming back out into public after almost 2 years has been really, really hard for a lot of people. Even though there's a very often a conflicting and deep-seated craving for that kind of connection. So anyway, it inspired me, and I thought we would take our next steps along the path with really kind of practicing two things today. If you remember, we're doing the Koru path. So we're looking at many of the different practices that Koru mindfulness offers, which is, it was originally created by Holly Rogers, who's a member of the CAPS community and a doctor from Duke University. She's a good friend. And there's some real benefits to the presentation and how the teaching of the mindfulness skills work. So I thought it would be fun to share. So I thought we would start with some deep belly breathing in order to calm and relax ourselves. And there's Mary, yay. Hello, great to see you. So I thought we would start with some really deep belly breathing, which I am pretty sure I've said this once or twice, but it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is we tend to think of the sympathetic nervous system as fight or flight and sometimes freeze. And when we think of parasympathetic, think rest, digest, right? So it's that coming back into homeostasis in our body so that it can heal and it can grow. So I thought we might start with some belly breathing and then maybe push out a little bit into kind of what they call a body scan. And in the body scan, we basically do is we bring our awareness to different places in our body, and we notice what's happening in that part of our body. So we usually start like at the top of the head or the tips of the toes. And the idea is not to wiggle the tips of the toes or to move them in any way or to touch them with your finger, but to just use your awareness of your body and travel to that place in your body, like down to the tips of your toes or up to the top of your head, and just notice what's happening in that place. And as you can see, that builds our awareness, right? It builds our mindful muscle so that we're more and more able to sustain mindfulness regardless of what situation is going on around us. And of course, the benefit to that is that we have a deeper, richer awareness. It's a multi-layered awareness then, so that we're noticing what's happening around us, but we're also noticing what's happening inside of us. And we're keeping all of those things in balance, right? And it allows us to have a richer experience, whatever's happening in our life at that time. So again, welcome everyone, and thank you for being here. So go ahead and find your meditation position, whether it's me, like sitting upright in a chair with the spine nice and tall and the head balanced on top, or if you're otherwise abled or comfortable, you can recline, you can lay on the couch, you can lay on the floor, you can sit on a cushion, whatever works best for you. Again, the key, what we're looking for is to be physically relaxed and mentally alert. Those are the two pieces that we're concentrating on creating for this moment. So go ahead and get into your comfortable position. And I will begin by ringing the bell. Let's just notice for a moment how our bodies naturally breathe. If it's helpful, you can place one hand on your chest and one on your tummy. And just breathe as you normally would. And if that feels impossible all of a sudden, that's okay too. Just, just do the best you can in the moment, not judging it, just letting it be whatever it is. Remembering there's no right or wrong way about this. This isn't a judged event. We're just noticing how our body has learned to breathe. Now just begin to notice which hand moves a little more, the hand on the chest or the hand on the belly. There should be a little bit of movement in either hand or both hands, but just look for the one that kind of has the greatest amount of movement. And if it's your chest hand, you know that you're a chest breather. And if it's your belly hand, then you know that you're a belly breather. Lots of people are chest breathers. That's absolutely fine. It does mean that, this will be something new. This will be something for you to learn and to kind of experiment with and play with. And that is where we're going to look to breathe down deep into the belly. And what we're really doing is we're expanding our diaphragm, right? So it's a muscle that pushes down and kind of moves all the other organs and things around to create space for the air to fill into our lungs. So for some people, it really helps to kind of imagine like a balloon down in your belly that you're filling up with each breath. And if you're belly breathing and it starts to feel awkward and you need a nice big chest breath, take it. And you are in control of you. You are always in control of you. These are just suggestions, things to try, to play with, and to play with, to really play with, to have some fun with and experiment and, enjoy getting to know ourselves. And as you're focusing on the belly breath, now see if you can breathe nice and deeply in through the nose, down deep into the belly, down into the body. And then maybe pause for a second and then really slowly release that exhale, making it nice and long. Nice and slow back in through the nose. Nice and long on the exhale. And you can breathe out of your mouth or your nose or whatever works best on the out breath. If you can, breathe in through the nose. If you can't, then just use your mouth. And for most of us at this point, our mind has wandered, right? It's noticing things in our environment. It's curious as to why you would have locked down time to sit and breathe. There may be all kinds of different things going through your mind. You may be thinking, oh, this feels fantastic. This is really great. Whatever it is, that's okay. Just take note of what your mind found to be important. And then bring your awareness back to the sensation of breathing. Really feeling the breath itself, feeling the movement of the body. See if you can follow a breath right all the way through its cycle. So breathing in, feeling the coolness at the tip of the nose. Feel it as it hits the back of the throat, down through the windpipe, filling up the lungs, feeling the belly expand, pausing, feeling that fullness that comes with a deep breath. And then the nice, long, slow exhale, breathing out, out, until there's no more air left in your lungs. And then feel that turn and become an in-breath again. Nice and slow on the in-breath. Feel the pause, take the turn, becomes the out-breath. And you don't have to breathe at my pace, breathe at your pace. But really stay with the sensation of the breath. And each time your mind wanders or talks to you, take note of what it thinks is important. And then just gently let that drift away and come back to the sensation of the breath. Now, if you're comfortable and willing to play with me just a little, bring your awareness to the bottom of your feet. Continue whatever breathing pattern feels comfortable to you, but really notice the bottom of your feet. You might feel the pressure of them against the floor. Could be that you're sitting in a full lotus and they're just open to the air. Maybe that you feel your socks or the pressure of your shoes, just whatever happens to be there. Could be cool or warm, damp, moist, dry, whatever. Not judging the experience, just noticing. Noticing what these amazing parts of our body that take us everywhere all the time, most of us, that we so take for granted. Just really noticing them, being with them. Now I want you to imagine that you're breathing in through your feet. I know that sounds really strange, and that's okay. See if you can just imagine as you're breathing in that the air is coming up in through your feet, all the way up through your body into your lungs, and then breathing back down out your feet. And if you can't imagine it, that's okay. Just imagine that you can imagine it. So now breathing in from the feet, nice and slow and deep up through the body, feeling those lungs expand, your belly inflate, your shoulders rise up a little bit. And then breathing back down out through the feet. Back in through the feet again. Drawing that air all the way up to your throat maybe. And then blowing back down and out through the feet. Down through the hips, the knees, the legs, down to the feet and back out into the atmosphere again. And then breathing back in from the feet, nice and slow, nice and slow. Just noticing all the sensations of the body as you feel the breath move down, down out of the lungs, down to the hips, down to your thighs, your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles, your feet, your toes, down to the soles of your feet, down into the floor. And drawing back up from the feet, back up into the lungs. Nice, long, slow breaths to make that long journey. And as you continue to practice, notice any place where you might be holding muscle tension. Whether it's the hips, the low back, the knees, the ankles, anywhere where you're breathing through. Just notice if there's any tension there. And you don't have to do anything about the tension, just notice it. And continue to take nice, long, slow, deep breaths in and out of your feet. And watch what happens to the tension as you combine your awareness with your breath. For most of us, our body will be getting more and more relaxed, heavier and heavier with each out breath. And feel yourself just sinking down into the chair, into the couch, into the pillow, into the floor. Really noticing your body on the in-breath and then just totally relaxing on the exhale. And on your next exhale, I want you to very gently exhale all the way out. And I want you to shift your awareness on the exhale from the bottom of your feet to the palms of your hands. It doesn't matter what shape they're in or if your hands are laced or lying in your lap or wherever they happen to be. It doesn't matter. No need to move them in any way. Just bring your awareness to the palms. Just notice whatever's happening there. cold, warmth, tingle, texture, gravity's pull, whatever it happens to be, just noticing. And again, on your next in-breath, I want you to breathe in through the bottom of the palms of your hands, feeling that oxygen and nitrogen course up through your arms, through your shoulders, up, filling up the belly and the chest. So breathing in through the hands and back out through the hands. Hands and back out through the hands. And just take a few more breaths in and out through your hands. Nice and slow. Remembering to focus on the in-breath and relax on the out-breath. And now, if it's comfortable, breathe in through your nose and imagine your body like a balloon. And you're just going to fill it up with air. Your whole body. The tips of your fingers, the top of your head, the tips of your toes. Just inflating your body with the in-breath. And then just letting it completely deflate on the exhale. Inflating on the in-breath. Deflating on the out-breath. Maybe just go ahead and let your breath return back to normal. Still inflating and deflating, but letting your body choose the amount of air that it needs. Letting its natural wisdom prevail. And at the sound of the bell, knowing that our meditation will have come to an end, but that you can take this practice and take this feeling with you throughout the rest of your day. I hope that was pleasant and relaxing.